Day of August 2026 in the year of our Lord. This is the day the Lord has really made, and we need to rejoice and be glad in it. This is Coastal Morning on West Coast TV, your trusted companion in the Western region. Welcome from education to politics to social issues. This is where conversations that have great impact on communities and individuals really start. And I'm happy that today you have joined us once again. We are streaming live from Accra Kwanta in the ATP garden. Today we have a lot to unpack for you. We'll be talking about social issues. We'll be talking about the issues and stories that really compel and propel individuals and communities to grow. My name is Richard Bintuma, together with the whole team, my able production team, led by Cosmos Ansa and the other guys. We are here to give you the best. Welcome on board. Like, share, and comment for us. We are live on Facebook, we are live on TikTok, and we are also live on YouTube or on West Coast TV. I'll take a breather when I come. The ever-present Empress will give us motivation for the day.
West Coast, and down as a more coastal one, Unumane Bre, Bawazi, the beer, my Belane, Bomodna Fuazo, Chiamami, Kakabe, come with my eye at Chidio, Nanda West Coast team, where I could work. Ya can't dub Wakamo, my Pebelani would more. Man, West Coast TV, your belly and down comment. Now could there be a my Belani on my left was so many me, never bound more, never hear man come as ready.
Market Day at Accra Kwanta. I know you remember the famous Market Day at Asesewa for Western region. Your one-stop shop in terms of market, in terms of places where you can buy your groceries, you can trade, is the Accra Kwanta Market. And today is Wednesday. The money it's Agroanda. So just come here, just buy anything that you want to buy and sell anything that you want to sell. My Empress, good morning.
Good morning.
Abokoye.
I'm very well.
There's one aspect of your whole being that is different, and that one sees that. I don't know whether you know.
What is that?
Your lips. No,
yeah. My
highly,
lips
highly
with the lip gloss on it, or my lips without the lip gloss.
With.
Okay. And my lips, naturally, I love my lips as well. Yeah.
Without I don't know why, Mom. I just talked about your lips. You paid attention.
Oh, for my lips, yeah. Me and Kasa, I cherish my lips and I cherish my legs. So, Ivad, thank you for the compliment.
Okay, I don't know. I've had an in-house message. Scapula, but man, I'll not read it here.
Hey, seriously.
I'll not read it here.
Propaganda secretary.
Agenda set.
Okay. The blabber.
Oh yeah, we are very well. By the grace of God.
Good.
We are pushing. We are getting there, and we will get there.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
sure it will form the basis of your motivation.
Yes.
We'll get there.
Yeah. So with the motivation, today being Wednesday, we are saying you need to keep working when nobody is watching.
Beautiful.
Keep working when nobody is watching. And then it is about consistency. You don't need people to give you the jama. You don't need people to support you. You don't need people to say, okay, or whatever you are doing, you need to push up. Keep on working when nobody is watching. Be consistent. How do people see you? Are you consistent in your deliveries? Are you consistent in whatever you do? I always use relationships, not specifically romantic ones, but your relationships with people, with your family, with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, with your wife, your husband, even with the people that you are working with. Your organization that you find yourself, the church that you find yourself, you need to be consistent with them. So when nobody is watching you or nobody is giving you that applause, oh, I did, keep on working, and I with time in it, eventually the results can speak for the work that nobody sees. So this is what
That's
I find.
beautiful. I love the opening phrase that like keep on working even when no one
Nobody is watching.
is watching. And I'm
Yeah.
sure that is a dangerous aspect of our life. We tend to do so many things when they are not watching us. But when the eyeballs are on us, that is when we sometimes act as if we are doing it. So I think it's a very key thing that we need to learn. Thank you very much this morning. Okay. The belani your modeling. Okay, even when no one is watching. As Mizima Bamban Mone Bowazi, Miss Ho, I'm saying, all the way from Congo. So I'm saying, good morning.
Good morning, Sir Rich.
I'm quiet.
Yamane Yakume.
Yamian could talk more made Maria. The mini Fuguana Camada.
Mini frugal.
Okay. Okay, Fugan Casamaya, yes, I want. Name I can jump away. Oh, yeah.
In fact, initially, is the original one is a Fubios anyway. Data and Sana, my Sawa Wale, Shibana. I don't know when you got to know about history of football, but I remember.
But it appears Malabe pay more.
Yes, it's Malabe pays more. And the other one,
it doesn't appear that the Malata you, but Mala pay more.
Yeah, but what I mean is that initially football I buy. This is how the design was. Because later and son as a silent, then Kebala, whichever way, that is the costume more about Ghana Keshia, one of the costumes that's clearly identify your roots, your culture, your tradition, football now. I think Yenibenya John Draman Mahama even came out to say, is it every Wednesday, right? Yeah, every Wednesday, Belani. It is official. So we are just trying to promote what we have as a country, Ghana, and all the way from Congo Swap, the guy can be yourself from Congo Swap. The Manimamizema, Nana Ashwa area, my on the zone is a bomb as well. This one and Ashwa area, Benya Iyabo, Mode. Meze mo ebala me eyale oyuade na kumdon mo na mo kumase na mezema DW Sergeant Priscilla Amono ene nokra muati demika mwane bekrami pa and the only joy is that always Bella West Coast, but my main opportunity to be on TV and to speak a hunter, and they feel proud coming up with that TV was in that and into Sebekramia on the Zuma, Consua, Mr. Madiela, as that's what Kumasa was some more can Mr. Mawmotin.
Okay, all the way from Consua to Ancona, that Mary Nana Maria.
Nana Kofi Mossy, Nana Kofi Mossy.
So be a message bombonella, Nana Kofi Mossy.
And of course, my so the patch of Libya. I think you can attest to it. No matter what Kofi, woman is Nana Patchbala, Belly Biama, but you was more
yes, I was the name of woman is a from Yamiele, but that's fine. That's another conversation for another day. Benjamin so was it all the way from Takrali, New Day TV. Just left you.
Morning.
Okay.
We are swimming in the pool of grace and blessings. So the
our some signature word be divine
selection. Once my high more I'm there. I mean you're like
I don't think it's easy to add that word to do. So if selection it's not easy.
It's easy because we've taken it as a norm.
That's the greatest miracle.
You're the exception. So we approach Yamane with some normal CB Edijuma Meda but I call Morgia, you understand. Okay, God has been so good.
God
from the morning. And I love your top two. Where did you buy it, or you don't want to?
Oh, I'll be a band man.
Oh, okay.
Me designer, never be my partner, Ken Fashion.
Wow.
Taking fashion here, man. Oko agona dana oko CAC canela. Ozo stretch molo. Odo mi aba oko CAC wo sanyin. Akani
Oh, yeah, okay.
yeah, panya from Kamali.
Yeah, the motivated, general manager. You are doing well.
Well, that's yes, man. You can take small back and
What's quite so well. And see.
I'm ready to go. And Jocelyn was the one. But we have a lot to discuss. I see what the papers are saying. Yeah, how you can get back here. I was basically we'll be talking about the youth and the youth development, especially employment and employment related issues. But I don't know, guys, if you've heard this issue by KKD. Ghanaian youth are lazy. Ghanaian youth are lazy. I don't know whether you guys have chance on that particular conversation. More KKD wade into it more, made that statement. Ghanaian youth are lazy. I'm starting with more okay. If you look at the unemployment rate here for Africa and for that matter Ghana, man, you wouldn't want to talk about anything good about us because every now and then we have a number of youth coming out, especially from our tertiary institutions. More statistics tells us, okay, just few of them, yeah, they're able to land their dream job or perhaps get jobs out of plenty. Every year we add up to the unemployed groupie. Now he says we are lazy. Is it the case that you're lazy and the opportunities are not there?
Richard, need the unfortunate generalization from maybe we respect him in the media space, and the BMA when he speaks normally we put some premium on Mecca Bilane. But that was unfortunate statement to generalize the whole, Ghanaian youth. Okay, we are lazy. Richard, Maharamwe, what time did you wake up? Okay, Abajuma. And Abajuma, you were a teacher, you are doing this, you are doing this, you are doing this. Are you lazy? Are you lazy?
No, David.
You're not lazy. You see, sometimes ebiemonya di kabe, boboa, they think their opinion is what the world must move with. So I have something called social weather, where opinions, advices, knowledge, we're very careful here. So cloudy, we are not lazy. We are not lazy. But we've not equipped ourselves to grab the available opportunities.
Opportunities are they
I'm
really
telling
available?
you, I am not in the technological space. But Richard, research indicate that there are more jobs available than those who are demanding the jobs. But the gap, Meleke, you don't have the requisite skills, job it demanding for us to grab those opportunities. And most of us too, we are blinded by the daily scrolling on social media. We pick our phones, go on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, just to scroll. So we've created a culture of scrolling. And normally we job opportunity, but we don't pay much attention because we are scrolling on our social media platform. We are not lazy. We are energetic youth. We are visionary. We know what we want. But unfortunately, you see, at first, maybe a nursing, teachers training. Because at first, Kwame Nkrumah built a system of automatic employment. Immediately, a nursing, a teachers training. You have to be employed by the country. By paradigm, it's shifting since 2010, where I realized that almost many, I think 2,000 backlog of nurses are home. That's where I realized that we are done with that type of entitlement. I mean, public entitlement or government entitlement. We are done with it. Where we've got into, Richard, left with me alone, I don't have the power. So, and a president, I will put some hot on training college and the nursing, schools, nursing training schools. Because at the end of the day, you have produced more, but you can't employ them. And some skills, Richard, some skills in this country, like teachers training or nursing, doctor. If the government doesn't employ you, no matter how good you are, even if the private sector is employing you, how much is it going to pay you? And your conditions of service, sir. So we are not lazy, but we've not researched on skills we need to be proactive. And we have this passion mindset. Oh, Charlie, my life is it's all about passion. At first, let me be cool. You should be passionate about what you do. Richard, it's not about you being passionate about your job. It's about building your earning capabilities. Richard, no one will employ us and tell us automatically I'm paying you because you can speak good English, you can do this. No. You must get some earning ability, and you can earning ability, the skill. No employer employs employee care because I was school. You have your
just add up to the number.
Just add up to the number. You must, because employer, you remember it is to solve a particular problem. What solutions are you bringing on board for that particular problem to be resolved? Where we are now, I'm your job, we may be taking it upon ourselves. Our main job is to tell the truth. That is our main job. We know, and if you are telling the truth, there's a problem with telling the truth. So we must speak the truth. So I see my job at the business, truth-telling business. But at the banker, at the MCR person, what are you bringing on board? I mean, these are some of the questions. Always you're busy. And we are too complacent. Youth nowadays are too complacent. I mean, immediately you might do 2,000, you did 1,000.
It's okay or she's okay.
Not as in the salary. He or she, especially if you are on the screen, maybe on the screen, we think we are bigger than the employer. There are so many. We are not lazy, but we don't know what we want.
We are unable to explore more.
And we are fixated as well. Oh, I'm a journalist. That's all. We don't explore other opportunities. We are not lazy. It's the unfortunate statement from the man. Yes, we have some realistic individuals, man, Charlie. Employ them, give them 20,000. They are lazy. As for them, the laziness is in their blood. They will give you every excuse, not to be proactive on the job. You see, it's not about the production. It's about production capabilities. Your job is to execute what the production team is. But before you come on air, you have built your production capabilities. You've researched, you know the type of questions to ask. You don't just stand up and say, because I'm coming to execute production. So at the end of the day, so we are not lazy. But unfortunately, we don't know what we want. And most of the parents are also imposing their wishes onto Bezabe Berame Bowe. oh, go to nursing training, go to teachers training. You see, we've not been able to educate our parents. Let them understand that although automatic employment of nurses in a teachers training, we are not lazy. We are very strong, intelligent, confident, ability to do the work, but we are very good at excuse making. I mean, very good. And I don't fault us. You see, it was built from our ancestors. Richard, if you were to born in maybe Asian country like Dubai, the first land I want the desert. I mean, nothing. Desert. So it was up to you. More I mean, remember what desert is? They had no opportunities. I mean, it was up to them. Either they are going to die or survive. Richard, up to them. So they built that mindset of it's up to me. It's my fault. If I'm doing well in life, it's my fault. If I'm not doing well, it's my fault. But we the Africans, Charlie, God bless. I don't know. Either He cursed us or He blessed us. He blessed us with so many. I mean, natural resources. Mangoes are there, fruits are there. So we built a system of, I need not to work harder for me to get something to eat. I can just stretch my hand and pluck a mango. But yedi yaliame is sign. Minimum you're the same household. You, a Jojo Aruba, I ordered the mango. When we were experiencing the era of scarcity, more a Jojo, I ordered the mango. Mama me lam Jojo. I should give you a better excuse for you to give me some of your mangoes. Because if I come, you will never understand why there are so many mangoes. Mama me lama a roshime mango the mama anybody. I have to give you an excuse. And I think we have relied on that excuse making up to now. We are not lazy.
We are not lazy. Just that we are lazy. My Empress came. Empress or school. I don't know. Let me ask you this question. Maybe offer the but generally, if you speak with your colleagues here and also, do you sometimes feel so scared? Okay, coming out from university, job opportunities is that a way now? Then again, a follow-up question would be: you feel like educational system and the job opening, money. Is that what is contributing to Anya not finding jobs? Based on that, I be lazy. First of all, look at whether you are scared or not.
All right, I'm not scared because I know my capabilities. I'm not scared because I know myself. I'm not scared because I know what I can bring to the table. But I have 1,001 reasons why I'm not scared.
Good.
After completing school,
That's
because
fine.
I know what I can do.
Speaking to your colleagues, do you see also and you so from them?
For them, for some of my classmates, some do say that they are scared after school, after graduation. What next? So I keep on telling them, whilst you are still in school, create the networks, build that connection with your classmates, attend seminars, attend workshops. Manasseh Azura, the investigative journalist, he's like, I'm not in Numela. We had an online discussion. If I hear as Iman Manch can more training, it's not pay what investigative journalism cohort club more. He's training us to be ready for the job market. And so what does when he creates the opportunity, now I won't mommy the blah blah I am just passing through the school. You also need the school to pass through you. And so if someone is dedicated, he's not charging us. Even with the extent of care, you get reports and your stories. There is a company who is sponsoring us. They will sponsor everything from me. And when you are in school, you need to create this rapport with people, with friends, because if more they are in the school, they just need the certificate. Because maybe if the family is not even in Ghana. it was outside. And he just need a certificate to just finish to do something.
Yeah.
Create that rapport and be nice to people. And see what doesn't like when you are done with school, yeah. Even if you don't get the opportunity to be in a media house, you would get the opportunity to be with a company that you would serve as either a communication officer or whatever for the company. So you need to make yourself available whilst you are in school. As I'm in school, I don't know. If you don't know me in the school, it might be you don't know me. Because me, I have built myself in the school and people know me as Jemima. And see, when you are in school, you need to create that rapport so that we are the job market. People might be saying, "Okay, Odumanike, but see yourself, okay, you are. Should I say an even number? Yes, you should be an even number. You can be divisible. And say you shouldn't be seen as the odd person out there. If people are saying, okay, they are not going to get the job after completing school and like a completion, say to yourself, okay, you would make it. And you need to make yourself available for the job market. So with the scarcity and with being scared, for me, there is a no. It has never crossed my mind. No.
Then also look at
I'm not scared.
job opportunities available. And then your system of education.
Okay. Our system of education is kind of book. And it's a main compared to, as Mama Kali earlier, our school, though lecturers be clear, but would also make use of yourself for practical, say for crime. If there are ways that you can have your internship in any of the media houses, even if you are reading a PR, if you are reading PR now, you don't PR them. I don't think that you can be working in a media house. Even if you want to be working in a media house, you need to work on the PR. And I think there are other organizations more you can help you be under someone to train you how to communicate with the public and that stuff. And see, style of education in Ghana, okay, the book, but would also Maria to make yourself available for the job market. And see, my name is Lemeka regarding care, maybe a nurse and I can be a teacher training, or Malaka, and educate those days. And I'm at the blessings. And see, as you are then, even if say we're in school, that's the government hasn't given you the opportunity. What are you doing? What side? At least get something doing to make you active.
At least get something doing to make you active. Thank you very much. Maria, Mr. Sayabo, your question will be on opportunities that are available or not available. The question is, do we seize opportunity as youth? Let me share this one with you. I remember back in school, level 400, we had a church program. I was the secretary then. Then there was this prominent news anchor at GTV, who was a member of our church then, was legally programming. So after delivering the announcement, when I got there, he called me and asked me, do you have passion for, or would you like to work at a media station, perhaps TV? He was at GTV there. So yeah, then take my number and call me. So he was trying to offer an opportunity for me to come and do my national service there. I don't know, and it got to a point that no more TV. I just messed up something. Today I'm here. So the question is, it's either UT, young opportunity, and even when the opportunity presents itself, we don't seize it. Carpe diem.
Okay, so I think to answer your question, let us ask ourselves, Sabakake, be lazy, be millennium, and what does it mean? And I think that when we get to know the meaning of it, then it can fit into whether or not we see the opportunity, but we are not taking advantage of. In the common dictionary, we tell you that a lazy person is someone who does not want to work. That is one. 2, use effort or to do task. Is someone who does not want to work. Is a yabeke kejuma. And I suppose that is who a lazy person is. Now it goes on to say that they have the physical power to act, but they choose to avoid work and prefer to rest or do nothing. So is it that opportunities see a working, but the person is not taking advantage of it? And I can and even if any can, do you just sit down when you have the capability, when you have the power, the physical and the intellectual way and means to do something for yourself? Are you doing it for yourself? That is the question. Now, Mami ma KKD, right? In some way, it would more in some way any no more. Now, how can you see or say that somebody is being a lazy? One, if there be more, the work and massacre, yeah, I hear some here, I better, I hear some chinamali. Procrastination. Do we Ghanaians, yeah, procrastinate and I'm saying Ghanaians on the larger context because statement by KKD said Ghanaians are lazy. Until we Ghanaians, do we procrastinate? Of course, more we can like a lazy person always depends on others. Is a labobra, a lady baker man, until a year na a we Ghanaians, do we depend on others? Must be another question more in business. Yeah, she the better you a lazy person. Yeah, the belly you work and more leper braco. It's in a yearly or hanepe. Until Timbala, no, well, ne, yeah, monkey niba mom do than Are we like that? Or will I giving excuses? Yeah, and come me as a more. Is a ya as a more. Is a dear Majaz more. Is a hammy. Are we like that? Ghanaians are in general. Are we like that? Or yeah, there be more ya pedindele. The besi ojokosia. Ya can have more joko na but no action. Are we like that? Or will I complaining? Complain song. And these are traits of a lazy person. So the question is, say a kriamamu okay. Compare it to my equalizero or Ghana money. So yeah, they are jovola. So yeah, the country more, yeah, depending on others to survive and so yeah, the country more at the end in that we know everything, but when it comes to action, yeah and so yeah, the country more we like giving excuses, we like complaining. I'm gonna say yeah, because yeah, do we have the means? Do we have the effort? Because I am putting the conversation on a larger scale. Not limited to individual scale, individual persons is like okay, but as a country, Ghana as a country, are we lazy or not? Looking at the traits of a lazy person. Sorry. Into one side, these are the traits of a lazy person. Compare it to Ghana as a country, and that's to judge it, whether we are lazy.
Okay, but more back to Joe Kelly. But you talked about the economy and how we've built our structures now. This person sends me a message and says, she feels it's not about Ghanaians being and the youth being lazy, but she thinks it's about the youth being victims of a failed economy that lacks that is unable to create enough opportunities for AMIA youth.
Do you think we are in a failed economy? Do your government actors agree that we are in a failed economy?
So on the back of this one, I think if there's this famous politician, who MPP, made a statement that they cannot leave the governance of this country in the hands of the youth.
Katie Hammond.
Yes, something like that. So, and see, if he made a statement like this, adding to what KKD said, it means that they don't have much trust in the youth.
No,
that is one. But the question that I'm asking is that, are we just being victims of a failed system, failed economy? Because elsewhere, but there are structures and systems there. It is all any oluonumo to get to a point where you can contribute something meaningful to your country.
Look, me is a fundamental question. Those government actors, I don't want to use political actors because political actors, both MPP and NDC, either they are in opposition or they are in government, they are all political actors. But the government actors, many men, they are building our economy. Do you think that they have realized that, oh, Ghana is in the failed economy? Do we or do they objectively assess the situation that we are in and say that we've caused harm to the youth of this country? Look, we are not in the failed economy, but we've not been able to build a system, a favorable or inclusive favorable system, where if you're looking for a job, we can go on a particular website to know the available jobs over there in public sector and also in private sector, so that we can tally our skills to the vacancies and apply for what we believe that we can excel on. The truth of the matter is, look, anytime I hear Ghanaians saying, oh, we need a third force, we need a second force, we need a fifth force, Richard, we should go beyond the forces and focus on the first force. And the first force here. Who are the first force? The first force are the citizens of Ghana. We are the first force. Both MPP and NDC, if they are the second force, then we have given them that sovereignty because we go for elections and we elect them. So we are the first force. Now, the first force, have we come to the realization that, oh, Charlie, we are in the failed economy, and who are the orchestrators for this particular failed economy? Obviously, they are the government actors of MPP and NDC. Now, Richard, the reality is, we don't demand what must be done to favor us. We are in a country, always we are complaining. I was reading the blueprint of NDC's 24-hour economy. 5 years, they told us that they will create 34 million jobs. Okay, 3 million jobs for 5 years. I call about Ministry for Communications. They will tell you, as for the coding, the coding, we've created 5,000 jobs. Oh, planting for food. I mean, everybody is creating jobs in this country, but we can't verify those jobs. Day in and day out, year in and year out, youth unemployment is on the increase. But they keep on telling us that, oh, we've created jobs for the youth. I believe that the only institution I can pay huge attention to the National Development Planning Commission. Because a third economic country like Ghana, we built the country on MPP and NDC manifestos for 34 years. And you were expecting that we'll get economy made a thriving, made the all-inclusive economy. No. I mean, since 1992, Richard, tell me one sustainable policy, apart from the only policy I can say that made national health insurance and maybe free SHS. Tell me, policy it is sustainable from 1992 up to 2024. We are benefiting from the NAPCO, IGU, JIDA, IGU, SADA, IGU, Youth and Afforestation, IGU. I mean, you can mention policies, they are coming to salvage the youth unemployment in this country. Yeah. All of them, they have collapsed because we are practicing a democracy Charlie, MPP bar can change everything.
Yeah. NDC by
NDC can change everything. Now, Agenda 111 hospitals, 111 hospitals are in the bushes. The same NDC criticized the Agenda 111. And look, we have something called Stockholm Syndrome. We love money that you pay my head here more. How many times you election here, you take MPP and NDC, they fail the country. But we go for posts and we elect them. Now, if we are in election year, you can't talk about the bad happenings in the government or the party in power. Oh, you are making the party unpopular. So, and the MPP and NDC, but delegate album here and albums here. Tell youth, we form majority. But unfortunately, pick your camera, your whole keep to the point, you a story on their road. You get the same people, man, they are victims of the bad economy, to say that, oh, you are making NDC unpopular. Meanwhile, the same person, you do a Hanizu. So, and I don't also fault both MPP and NDC. Political marketing. They have marketed their parties to an extent that you can't, if you're a Ghanaian, you don't have any option apart from MPP and NDC. Not that we've not had the third force. Now, 2012, we had almost 14 political parties. The governance. Now, the popular third force, namely PPP, Pakwesindum, right? 2012, Pakwesindum. Richard, your election. Oh, Pakwesindum, a manifesto rally. Oh, Pakwesindum, it is one of the best presidents in seeing you. But unfortunately, you have to about my elimini. So I mean, your election is the betting you. We don't go and vote. You go to bet. You cry and betting. You choose us, man. Education. If Madrid, maybe Team B, definitely you choose Madrid. Okay, educate Madrid, same. So your election, we go and vote based on who is winning or who can win the elections, not who can develop the country. So we built a system, Harley. Look, let me narrow it to Amieze, your environment in Ahanta West. It's quite pathetic. If someone becomes an MC, the person thinks he or she can't sit down with the people of Ahanta. I have to impose the party wish on the people. Hey, no matter what they will tell me, I am the MC. Let with me alone. I've said it several times. Richard, I come and die. And I, Diddy, your young son. And any madman on the streets. Let me use madman on the streets. If you give money to a madman, okay, buy me banana, this, although he's mad. But enya bolambro me ya adwonwoka sakura eye ma ahanreke eye. So yeah, assembly see. You see, the reality of the matter is our MMDCEC, they don't think outside the box. And we have allowed political partisan infiltration to enter our development. Only in Ghana, a baby MC less than 4 years, rich, he built everything for himself or herself. The truth of the matter is, those who, you see, democracy, it's all about decentralization. If we can build the economy of Ghana, Richard, Ahanta West, if we build our economy, the other municipalities or districts will also build their economy. It boils down to the one lady. The MMDCs, how many times, man, some projects, but just because, common fund lebalio, IGF lebalio. If MMDCs are relying on common funds and IGFs, a madman can become an MC. A madman. How many companies were Ahanta West? Now, ask yourself, in Ahanta West, do we have a database for the youth? in pertaining to best skills, courses may be readily. Do you have them? If Mantrak, Zonda, Grell, Kake, okay, we are looking for engineers, 500 engineers from Hunter West. Can we pick a document or a particular website instantly and tell Mantrak or Zonda that, okay, we have available or 200 engineers? You don't have that database unless you're Kosua to go and communicate through the local announcement to say that, oh, opportunity engineering background. So on a more serious note, we are not in the field economy, but we are being led by those with field mindset, those who prioritizes the interest of the party. Only in Ghana, me me ilidi in Lesquatala manezai. I'm telling you, look at Auditor General report. We went for IMF for $3 billion, and they gave us conditionalities. Auditor General report, I think 2024, financial infractions, $10 billion. $10 billion you within a year. This money, according to Auditor General report, basically who is holding them account? That is a problem. We are not in the field economy, but we are being led by many fixed mindsets. Galam say that is why you see the problem is, Richard, if you go to parliament, at first 1992 parliamentarians, you can't compare them to this Gen Z parliamentarians. I'm telling you.
Is there any different?
Oh, big gap. I mean, big gap. I had time to monitor 1996 parliamentary proceedings. Richard, if people are making contributions on the floor of parliament, they ignored MPP and NDC interests. Only manning. Ask yourself, you call 2020 elections here. The popular reason, many to amba, before my parliamentary candidates go, even the delegate system. So, remember what can they are full of investors. They have invested, and we also bought into their investment scheme, and they are there to reap or recoup their investment. Who thinks about you? I mean, how many times has your own MP, not only maybe school Kwabisu, the MC, the MPs across, in a Hunter West, how many times may at the care MP say, bill parliament, and I am coming to solicit the views of my people.
It's something that they are supposed to do, but maybe I don't know. Maybe by the nature of the job and now.
Do we? No, the 1990 constitution hasn't changed.
Yes, but again, unless you want to argue, there are so many ways of engaging the people.
Which ways? Tell me.
Perhaps you can even.
Let me use Kukua.
The radio one.
Let me. No.
You can use town hall meetings.
I am not saying K. I'm not talking about the possible channels
you are saying K.
I am saying how many times?
How
many times?
I'm saying K. There are so many ways more this thing can be done.
I'm talking about actualization. I'm not talking about how to do it.
So that's what I'm saying, that maybe they are doing it, but perhaps how you want them to do it.
Richard, just be honest to me. How many times may I declare my member of parliament?
No.
To say that, okay, the LGBTQ bill, I want the views of Ahanta, your position on the LGBTQ. People should call in and tell me their views. And many 10 people, I will go by their views. How many times? Just be frank. Richard, how many times? Yeah, there. Immediately they come to tell us what they've done, what they want to do. That's all.
Okay, so they mostly come and tell us what they've done and what they really want to do. I'm impressed, and I'll come to say what we'll end on this particular discussion here on whether Ghanaian youth are lazy. Empress, what do you think should be done so that the youth will not be labeled as lazy in this country?
Job opportunities. I think the reason, if someone is saying someone is lazy, I see it to be maybe some graduates or grad one, graduate, yeah. But in school, yeah, they can teacher training. There are so many teacher trainees and nursing trainees out there more. But in school, but post to the bed, and with those in it, they are home and they might be worried, and if KKB is KKD.
KKD.
Okay, it's saying lazy. Maybe he has seen giving and people are not working to his satisfaction. And he said, if people would not be tagged as lazy or will not be seen as being lazy people, when you create the job opportunity, when you create opportunities or the job there, people will see, oh, the government is doing better, so I should also put in enough effort to also not to be seen as being lazy. And I said earlier, okay, for no one to tag you as being lazy, keep yourself busy. Your hands, like your ideas, you have so many ideas that you can bring on board. You don't need to wait for the government to do something for you. You can also be doing. We all can't be entrepreneurs, but one way or the other, you can do something for yourself that would make you not be tagged or seen as a lazy person. It's one, the government should come in. The government is trying, but they should do more for the youth. And the youth as well should also use their hands to do something.
Okay, and see, the youth, I'm so careful, yes, I feel the mamas. It's about Mamma also. Now, means okay, what should be done?
Yeah, what should be done, but I think it is huge. And it is huge because we are looking at a chunk of youth or population more by the youth more. They are unemployed. Not because that they don't have the skill set, and also they don't have the knowledge, the capacity to do it. They have, but of course, the government of the day and government upon government, one way or the other, have failed we, the citizens of Ghana, what we are entitled to. That is creation of job opportunities. And government upon government have tried, but one way or the other, they want to solve the unemployment problem. But more yakosi aga fasbela abazo. Mention can be made of NAPCO, as my brother said. The YEA, Youth Employment Agency. Even the elsewhere administration brought what we call one district, one factory. All in the name of trying to create employment for youth. And at the end of the day, the question you ask yourself is that what has been the impact of their policies? And indeed, is very huge. So clearly, I think that the government have failed us. For me, I want to say and answer your question, what should be done so that we don't see Ghanaians as lazy. I want to say, the government should create enabling environment. Create enabling environment, because we have, a generation that is knowledge based. But of course, you ask yourself, you want to do something for yourself. Do you have the supporting environment to do something for yourself? For example, a Bieho Agri College area. Ask yourself, Ghana money Agri College bar. The idea is that once you go into Agri, you are going to learn about the production of animals, crops, so that you enter into farming. But do we have enabling environment for students like that? So of course, a student will go and study Agri something and will come out and don't have any enabling environment. Even now, they are not even employing extension officers. Usually, those people comes out and then become extension officers. But deliberately, Mradie, yeah, Aneza to assist in one way or the other. And that is one. And talking about enabling environment, Yava and Infanto. Now, government upon government, this government is talking about Madam at the 24,
Our
Madam
economy.
our
economy.
farming expert. They've come out with a policy like okay, let's take an example from Ukukwan Kete. Now we have the sector minister coming out to say okay, so what do you want to, at the end of the day? So government of us should be thinking about an enabling environment to help the youth. For example, agri sector. Do we have warehouse or under money indication? Because under money indication, do we even have warehouse that in time when we have bumper harvest, we can even go and store them there? No, we don't have that. Do we have production, machines, facilities?
So it comes back to the field system.
We don't have them. You get it? So indeed, government upon government have failed us. Even though you might have youth, but that's when they are learned. They have the skills and they want to do something for themselves. So the government should create an environment. Assuming Crown Poker more, you have come out. You want to start maybe farming. How easy will it be for you to even access credit facilities from the banks? For me, it is all about government creating enabling environment for the people so that you don't see them being lazy. And like I said, we Ghanaians say, are we lazy? We are not lazy. Okay. But it is the system that is being operated in this country. It might look as if we are lazy. Meanwhile, we have people who have authorities, who have power to do something for the people. And it is for that reason, Menti, nothing done. I think with the youth too, if the mountain, if Muhammad doesn't go to the mountain must move to Muhammad. It is as a day there. I think we the youth too should, in one way or the other, not rely on government so much, but like Mama Bale Hane, we should try and do something for ourselves. And I think that gradually, we'll be getting somewhere as a youth. But indeed, money, for me, I will not say it's a failed economy, but I'll say it's a country where systems have failed and systems doesn't work for the good of the ordinary Ghanaian.
Richard, I normally don't like labels. Immediately, it's a failed system. That means we are stereotyping our situation. It goes beyond a failed economy. Richard, we are youth. You see, I think we are much interested in quick fixes. I mean, we want the instant results. After university, I'm expecting someone to employ me, to pay me 2,000 Ghana cedis every month. So we are gloating on quick fixes. I mean, I want the instant result. Yes, I question our educational system. Go to school, learn, pass, apply for a job, get married. These are the normal routine. But look, I have worked with some people, and Richard, sometimes I feel like our entitlement mentality, it's also questionable. Yes, we have criticized what the government should be doing, but either you like it or not, the country itself, we are directionless. We don't know where we are going. I mean, someone built Ajada 111. Someone said I'm building 265, 24-hour market economy. Meanwhile, Ajada 111 is rotten. ABC, Mbejina, 24-hour economy. Look, let's stay on individualism. Richard, we should also, now I've learned that motivation doesn't work. I mean, motivation works for those with short-term mindset, but it doesn't work for those with long-term mindset. You must understand you should be a process mindset person. That Rome wasn't built in a day. So if you have been employed, if you are fortunate to be employed by someone, Richard, how many youth of Africa or of Ghana, we are voluntarily sacrificing our 1 year for the company? I mean, if things are not going on well, we badmouth the CEO as if the CEO doesn't have common sense to pay us. If things are not going well, you have been in a particular company, the CEO has been paying you for 1 year, and 3 months, if the CEO doesn't get the revenue to pay you, you yourself, you know that you're not generating anything for the company, then you start badmouthing the CEO as if employers of this country are bad. Let's build the mindset of growth. We are going to every employment sector to grow the economy, not to line up our pockets. Richard, and you see, I believe that we should, because of globalization. Richard, if you want Africa, if you compare a employment system to that of maybe America. Oh, Mwombo America, every month, so this amount of money, so I'm expecting you to pay me this amount of money. I believe that if you are fortunate to be employed, at least render value to your employer. If the company is sinking, don't leave the company. I mean, don't leave. Stay. So that you can also, unless the CEO is not serious. I keep on saying that my CEO has been one of the best CEOs I have worked with. If things are not going well, I know genuinely things are not going well. And I should endure and put myself into my CEO shoes. But Charlie, we are employment jumpers. Youth nowadays, we are employment jumpers. We move from here to here to here. Most of the companies are 3 years experience. Richard, why is it that most of the youth don't qualify for that working experience? Because after university, it will go for good 5 years. Maybe banking and finance. Voluntary work. Rural Bank. Antaman, I'm at home. I have this certificate. I need not to call it a skill because it is just certificate. Obsolete knowledge here. So you need the practical environment to practice what you learned in school. Antaman, may banking and finance. I want voluntarily to be employed. How many of us? So I Jumawa Antaman 3 years. Look, you've built that institutional memory with Antaman. Antaman would never say that I'm leaving you to go unless you are lazy intentionally. And even before 3 years banking experience, Jeffo will never ask either when I voluntary work Antaman, were you being paid or not? Once you meet the 3 years working experience, automatically, you can be employed. But youth nowadays, Richard, we have voluntary work. I mean, be real school, many working experience, Belani. A packet of fire, and my cake, to 1,000. Especially, say Wi-Fi company, a Wi-Fi there, my bubui. Once the person is connected to the Wi-Fi, my place. If I see you using my internet for TikTok, some better disconnect you. No, I will let some better disconnect because I don't see the reason why
Because I'm on TikTok.
No, it's not about the TikTok. Say if the person is intentionally
Using it to learn.
but ojuma wake akwa nene male bugwa TikTok basically kwata similar. Then later if revenue are not coming, then you come and pin the blame on the CEO as if CEO the magician. So every month, either you work or not, either you square value of a bow, a kept pump into your pocket. It doesn't work that way. So I believe the youth, we should also conscientize ourselves that Charlie, we need to endure the process. That would be my take.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. In fact, we've done justice to this particular topic. There are other issues more than one year for but NCC member so we need to also have conversation with them. There's one area and I'm hopefully God when I'm working here was will look at that. A statement attributed to Baba Adam, made the blogger. The media
radio stations.
Radio stations
are lazy.
Lazy.
No,
on social media. No, don't worry. I'm working.
No,
it's one area more.
No, he spoke the harsh truth.
But I'm working.
But unfortunately, he generalized it.
Yes.
Instead of the radio stations, say some practitioners are lazy. Because look, yet one more. For example, I have been invited to a program. Ekema. Because mommy, we the so-called the journalists. Yeah, we are on the screen, so we are bosses. And instead of 10 somebody can come because already people know me on the job. So why must I go there? Mammy the blogger say they occupy the seats. So once I say another topic to discuss.
So now is that the bloggers are taking the job.
Yes.
It's young boy will meet up. We have that beautiful discussion. But again, come and SSC member and theatre young. But the Amazon will take the seat now in SSC member. You don't young guys come.
Belane bomod na fwa keke bebe kwa witimo ya chichidie yo na West Coast TV mo ya kan ndabu akan me pe belane West TV ye bali an down come na kude bie ma ye belane onmare fo waso bene me na ye beba omo na ye bi hiri mane ka meso ye dia ye buwe asanka ye buwa ye buo an ndabu aka me ba an da la wule West Coast TV bra ba wase ne ri an down come an da e kan yezwa an da West Coast anda mazedi dio marmo costa morning show yegwazule onumare bre bawaze debie ma ye belane bomodna fuazo chiamamie keke bebe kwa witimo ya chichidie yo na anda West Coast TV mo ya kebuake ya kan anda buaka mo ma ye belane wonmo mane West Coast TV ye bali anda nkome na kudebie ma ye belane onumare fuazo bene mie na ye beba omo na ye hiri mane ka meso dia ye buwe asanka ye buwa ye buo anda buwa kama ba anda la wule West Coast TV bra ba wase ne ri anda ho komo anda e kan yezwa anda West Coast anda mazedi dio marmo Costa morning show yegwazule onumane bre ba wase debie ma ye belane bomodna fuazo chiamamie keke bebe kwa witimo ya chichidie yo na anda West Coast TV mo ya kebuake ya kan anda buaka mo ma ye belane wonmo mane West Coast TV ye bali anda nkome na kudebie ma ye belane onmare fuazo bene mie na ye beba omo na ye hiri mane ka meso ye dia ye buwe asanka ye buwa ye buo anda buaka mabo anda la wule West Coast TV bra ba wase ne ri anda ho komo anda e kan yezwa anda West Coast anda mazedi dio marmo Costa morning show yegwazule onumane bre ba wase debie ma ye belane bomodna fuazo chiamamie keke bebe kwa witimo ya chichidie yo na anda West Coast TV mo ya kebuake ya kan da bua kamo me pebela ne wonmo me ne West Coast TV ye bari an da nkome na kude bie ma ye bela ne onumare fo waso be ne me na ye beba wo ne ye hiri mare ka me so de ya ye bua asanka ye bua ye bo an da bua kama bo an da la wule West Coast TV bra ba wase ne ri an da nkomo an da e kan ye zo an da Anda West Coast, anda mazedi dio, marmo Costa Morning Show, yegwazule, onumane bre, bawazi, debie, ma ye belane bomod na fuazon, chiamamie, keke bebe kwa witimo ya chichidie yo, na anda West Coast TV mo ya ke buake, ya kan anda buake mo, ma pe belane wonmo, mane West Coast TV, ye beli anda onkome, na kudebie, ma ye belane onumane fuazo bene mie, na ye beba omo, na ye hiri mane ka meso dia, ye bue, asanka ye bua ye bo anda bua kama bo anda la wule West Coast TV bra ba wase ne ri anda honkomo anda e kan ye zo anda West Coast anda mazedi dio marmo Costa Morning Show yegwazule onumane bre ba wase debie ma ye belane bomod na fuazon chiamamie keke bebe kwa witimo ye
So me mau akwaba doko me famba West Coast TV Coastal Morning Show ye wone ye wazi mo ye leso me Ghana mane T3 anda mane wone NCC ma mbamba ni ba ha sale dia basade mo constitution anaka eshe mo Ghana malakezile iveda bozo ke bene timamuma bele inkita na ko behefrebe basade ne ma wakani adade me ye woni ya wazmo le bazumo wenya jumali le Greater Grace School ye eva mo cafe Greater Grace School de school baba mo ya waze ewo anda maninu apadika ka baga ko bako na yanya ndedele ya baba mele Greater Grace School mem kan bon ka banka mo ba was the Western Region Hunter West specifically wo anda maninu keshi nti apadika ka baga ka bako ha Greater Grace School ye wonim kan bon ka ba mo fakọ na fama ndedele baba na eyaye ni baba za sopo school makoho ndedele mekenya ozoro mfaso ba ma eze kwakura mfaso razora ma ezle ni enle mfaso razora ma abusuwa mfaso razora ma chonwa mfaso razora ma mane na mfaso razora ma Ghana mane moti na akwụkwọ oyuade mwati Greater Grace School ya kwabaka ye eze dia to become banka mo Greater Grace School yene anzibala ya wanda mane lekese aba aguna audo yawa Ambrosia restaurant emada Canela Greater Grace School your child is safe with us to yet was quickly there about moho bambal mo wani have bahasale I work the shape and indeed better clearly shows they are big people when we have Mr. Peter Ba about NCC he's a CEO. Mr. Peter Ba, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ewa.
Welcome once again on set.
Thank you.
Bibi Aboko.
Pochwa.
Okay. The man so and a very beautiful lady. Beautiful, indeed. She is good inside out, beautiful inside out, and what she does. Anyway. Higher power, so I don't want to go into details. But I'm just cautioning her. Mensanka Medi. She has been doing a lot of things, but indeed, I've not been benefiting. So I don't know how to introduce her. But we have Miss Amanda Kudafa. She's also a CEO with NCC Hunter West Municipality. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Yobwa.
You are the buffet is not coming, but you are shining like a star.
Oh, thank you.
In the moon.
My God's grace.
You look beautiful this morning.
Thank you. Gracias.
How are you doing? How is work?
Oh, work is fine. We are
Work is
inside. We are inside.
Great.
Small.
Great. All right. Last week, we started with knowing the Constitution why you should even know the constitution? What can constitution grandpa we started last week and we look at chapter 1. And if I didn't learn anything at all, I knew that chapter 1 has 3 articles and various clauses. But Mr. Peter Ban Ewaha, so I'll go straight to him so that he'll do justice to recap. If you can help us recap what was in chapter 1, then I think today we'll look at chapter 2.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So
yes.
the ball is for you, sir.
So good morning once again to viewers of West Coast. Good morning to our municipal director, Mrs. Faustina Cranton, and then good morning to the whole of the Hunter West citizens. Like Mr. Eboa, you've rightly said, we have begun teachings about the constitution. Yeah, share constitution in church ase. Na what you no, you shall say with chapter 1 of your constitution, you know. Na constitution no say the constitution and then the 1992 constitution and one sem and a year king. Chapter 1 no, today say Mr. Eboa Edin kan aka no. There were 3 articles in chapter 1. Na se me bono tofa dia chapter 1 no Edin kan kan kire yen say mrapon no 1992 constitution as say yedi bu oman no yesi obiara enhunu se sa mra we 1992 constitution no eno ne mrapon eno ne mra kese pa mra titru pa ewo oman Ghana mu eno ne mra kese a bibi biara ebesi ana ebekoso ewo Ghana no ni na no ana mra biara ewo Ghana man we mu no sa mra ni na no ehye mrapon we ase eno nti no chapter 1 so e ma yeti asese eni se obi biara eba se bia meyi mra ni bi efim ana me di bi ka ho ewo wa utumi so se wo hunu se ebia mra no susu se yemfa bibi enka wana yenyi bibi enfri mu a ene tu ho na mo e ko Supreme Court na fakoto Supreme Court ni na se Supreme Court hwe na obobo no hunu se o ampa mra no ebia ahanom yen dane ne kakra yenyi bibi mfim yemfa bibi kakra enka ho a Supreme Court mbetu sa na mo no na yaye chapter 1 na so esa ma yeti ase se parliament mrahye bedwamfo the parliament oni to me say obeka say or the one party state eba and I say obi biara need to me say obeka say or the one party state eba one party state and say bia we ka say party ba ko pe na ye mra ye ma ho kwan say ondi juma wo Ghana mrapon no we yi saade na fi ho and nti so bi eba say we mampeni o say we MP o say we parliament o now we try say we the one party state ebeba say bia obeka say say de ye mpe party bia bio if ye neko oman ni mu ye pese party akoko party eno kwa na enye party ebetena oman ni mu a eba ne sa na watomra wafomra kese na eno no ye say emra no ewo ho kwan say ene wo edi so we ye ntumi have a one party state afi so no sign ekire article 1 na sign kire say ana chapter 1 ni mu hodom no o sign ekire yen akwan ni akwan so a yebetumi afa yebebo mrapon we ho ban o kire wa hye say timemuni biara no yasodie say yebebo mrapon no ho ban na se kire ni sen eni say obefa se kan no akogina kwan na aka say me bo 1992 constitution ho ban anade bi ase kire ni say say amrapon no ka say bia ema obi ensisi obi no say won say yesisi obi a wo ho kwan say o ka ho asem say amrapon no ka say amrapon ni mu ya hye say every president o ho kwan say o serve 2 terms no say bia obi ba no say me de say mpese me serve afebo a wo ho kwan say bia wo de ko Supreme Court na ye ka ho asem ebi nso ne say to say America kra bi atwa mu ye hu say article 71 72 ho ba asem ananka yepese yebepese yebetua mrahye bedwe omampani ne yerenom ɛka no anaa mpo sɛ ebi a saa time sɛ mampanin no yɛ ɔbaa nso a ne kunu no yɛmfa sɛ n'ahokani aha mmara no mmarapɔn no wanka sɛ yɛntua ɔmampanin n'ahokani ka ɛno nti no mmere kakra atwa mu ɛm sɛ 2 years ago ɛho asɛm baeɛ ɛma ebi mu ɛsɔreeɛ ɛde kɔ Supreme Court ɛma Supreme Court no ɛka ho asɛm ɛno nti no saa anamontuo wei nyinaa no ɛkyerɛ sɛ ampa yɛbɔ constitution no ho ban yɛbɔ mmarapɔn no ho ban mmere kakra atwa mu na nka te sɛ bail asɛm na ayɛ nwonwan yɛkyew a yɛhu sɛ bail no yɛbɛma o bail within 3 days anaa 4 days anaa wobɛmu ana wode mu a ebi mu ɛfa to wɔn ho so ɛma wɔn kɔka ho asɛm ɛma ɛno nso no sese yɛabɛhu sɛ yɛkyew a within 48 hours no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛma o bail ɛno nti no saa anamontuo wei nyinaa no ɛkyerɛ sɛ ampa saa nkurɔfoɔ mu tu saa anamon wei no ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔmo bɔ yɛ constitution no ho ban na saa na ɛwɔ sɛ yɛn nyinaa nso no yɛbɔ constitution no ho ban chapter 1 sanko ɛsan kyerɛ yɛn sɛ wotu anamon bi sɛ wobɔ constitution no ho ban na ɛnam abanbɔ constitution no ho banbɔ a wobɔ nti ebi a yɛyɛ ayakayaka de bi anaa wohwere wadeɛ bi a constitution na mu asan kyerɛ yɛn sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ bibia to din a ye compensate you. Defending the constitution does not come it's not just for defense sake. Who defending now lose bibia constitution no actually and say ade na wahwere no ɔman no ɛwɔ sɛ ye compensate you. Nti ni nyinaa so no ɛwɔ hɔ. Na afei niam de betwa to sɛ constitution no ma yɛte ase sɛ so obi biara a ɔbɛyɛ sɛ ɔbɛbu mrapɔn wei ɔbɛto atwene ana enam ne ebi ninti obeto mrapɔn wei atwene no yɛse wafom mmra kɛseɛ na saa mmra na wafom no sɛ yɛkyew a ine yɛde wokɔkɔta the only verdict you can get is death sɛ wobɛwu you've committed high treason na treason no the only verdict you can get sɛ wobɛwu ɛno nti no ɛno yɛ chapter 1 ɛno yɛ chapter 1 ɛkyerɛ yɛn mmrapɔn no ɛne ni aye betumi ayafa ho ni aye ntumi yemfa ho eni say aye betumi abɔ mrapon no ho ban.
So that's by way of record of
yes.
what was discussed last week and what is in the constitution. That is for chapter 1. But obi bisa me say constitution obi abetumi anya bia na obi pe bia na
constitution no ane obi abetumi anya bi.
Okay.
By default no, in fact most of the big bookshops no etombi.
Okay.
In enaka by right so ana ne kwan so no anka wo say NCC so no wo buy your officer you benye bia ma.
Okay.
But currently we've run out of stock.
Okay.
But nanka yeton bi nti wo ba ho a obetumi anya bi. And also the constitution we have soft copies on
the internet
on Google on Play Store.
Okay.
And when be able to me, so far as we are having a phone day, you can go to Play Store, download the 1992 Constitution.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So you can just go to Play Store and download the 1992 Constitution. So that is by way of where you can get a copy, or you can go to various big bookshops.
Yes, big bookshops. Come to NCC office,
or go to any NCC office. If they have some in stock, you will get a copy.
Exactly.
Or maybe that's saying.
The last time I heard Tombi was 20 cities, 25 cities.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay,
all right. So let's see what we have for us today.
Yes. So viewers of West Coast, and a payno ye twaso, yashe chapter 1, and then ye share chapter 2. Ye didn't kaya my na yati as say the Constitution has 26 chapters. I think chapter 2. The Constitution also has 299 articles. I think article 4. Chapter 1 was made up of 3 articles. We are beginning chapter 2 with article 4. Now, chapter 2, article 4, no, or say the sovereign state of Ghana is a unitary republic consisting of those territories comprised in the regions which immediately before the coming into force of this constitution existed in Ghana, including the territorial sea and the airspace. That is clause 1 of Article 4.
Okay.
And then Oche. Or say, up unto a dana ye babeje constitution na tumu na ye de babehye edwumedi ase no. Samre no. Ghana ehye ni nyina nkronkro ewo Ghana mu mantam ewo Ghana mu regions ana ewo Ghana mu ni nyina no. As at that point no omo nyina omo ka Ghana ho.
Okay.
Omo nyina omo ka Ghana ho.
Okay.
So if you could remember, say social studies teacher says that voter, transvoter, yet to almost about number can Ghana ho. But as at the time of coming into force of this 1992 constitution, no, now they were part of us. And nuntina say Ghana yes share no efa almost ka ho.
Okay.
Nti Ghana I say I Ghana map net na yes say baby it looks like a pregnant ni na no eka yeho. And then that includes the territorial sea and then airspace.
Okay.
Airspace as in yewiem ewiem a ewo Ghana so no nyina no ni na so eka Ghana yeho.
Okay.
And afi epo no ye part of it and also no Ghana there.
Okay.
Okay. Afi say twice clause 2 say Parliament may by law provide for the delimitation of the territorial sea, the contiguous zone, the exclusive economic zone, and the continental shelf of Ghana.
Okay.
And then or say Mrashe bedwem Parliament. Ombe to me omo ho kwan say ombe tre ana ombe hihye bebi a epunimu ye chefa eda.
Okay.
Yebe kai a I think 2017 about yet say Ghana ye ni Cote d'Ivoire for nya court case bi.
Yeah, call it loss. It's loss.
I
call it loss.
Sao.
International.
Yes. I call international way. Ama omu guai. Now, what was it about? It was about territories in the sea. Say, ahaya media. Say, Samre na yehu say ne yehu fango bi. And Cote d'Ivoire for so extra. Ahanom ase ewo ye punim. Ghana also see they be ahanum na kaye de no ho. Enu nti na afi wo say de ko na ye hwe na ye di sa asem no edemai. I think Ghana emerged victorious in that regard. But currently we have a similar issue with Togo.
Okay.
Togo also ede aba. Say ehye na ida this side no. Yes.
Okay.
Nti no say no eno nso no ye guso edi ho asem. Hopefully no we'll be victorious again. And you know the Parliament ewo ho kwan say bia te say asem we ba ye na ye hwe Cote d'Ivoire for omo anu aye dendodo ana bia ye hwe say omo de asem no ko na bia be ha yen ana okay Parliament e betumi atena se na aka say well even though anka hye no enam e be 30 meters to this side no we de ya apene yente so yenya no 20 meters na Cote d'Ivoire for no omo mfa ne ombefa. So Parliament has that right to ask for delimitation of our territorial sea. The same applies to our airspace. Okay. That is why say Asembiba maybe anye Ghana for anye India. We can close our airspace and say, hey, now our airspaces are or is a no-fly zone. Remember film now the film wasama. So our airspace also we have territorial control over it. Then it talks about the continental shelf of Ghana and all. Now let's look at Article 5.
Okay.
So Article 5 is telling us that also subject to the provision of this article, the president may by a constitutional instrument create a new region, alter the boundaries of a region, or provide for the measure of 2 or more regions.
So Article 5 is looking at creation, alteration, or measure of regions.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. In the chapter 2, no, the oka about yes, yeah.
Okay.
Chapter 2, no, na seminar, yeah.
Okay.
A share, no.
Okay.
Na Article 5, no, or no, I say, o mampeni, e wo to me say, obey to me, I create a region for. You know, before we had 10 regions, and as I say, no, yeah, was 16. Omampini de Satumi, no, he exercised that right. This article in the Constitution say, or to me say, oh yes, I don't know. After Omampini san will to me say, region B so Shana Bia. Let's say as I say, yeah, Western region and all Western North. Maybe Omampini Shana Western region no still no esundrodo. Na Western North I can there and yeah Omampini wo ho kwan say obetumi aka say Western region no me trem ana me twa mo hye no so na se say no Western North enye kese kakra. But what I say?
Okay.
Hanti o ho kwan say obetre region ni bi mu. No aye bi ketwa. Oh hanti he can reset the boundaries.
Okay.
He can alter the boundaries of a region.
So betumi as a share that 2 regions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Obesesa no. Ebi a we sondodo.
Okay.
Nti no me chem we nso mbra kakra na we nko ne chi kakra. O ho kwan sa.
And as so could be within the region, no, and share region we yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Then well, not just a chrono. Oka chrono there means say as a he's dealing with a town. No.
Okay.
He's dealing with the boundary.
Okay.
With assassino.
Okay.
Inti assassin betumi aba ne say chrono cramp no ye chemu half.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's not chrono.
Okay.
He's dealing with
boundary.
Share. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Mpachote ase.
Okay. All right.
Inti it says here yewo Domiabra. Yewo ebia zone 1. I think Domiabra is part of zone 1.
No,
it's not part of
is a
On its
whole
own.
Good.
electoral.
Indeed, it says
zone 1, then I think zone 2 also. Yeah.
Yeah. It says as Domiabra wo hui. You can say, well, Domiabra ne zone 1 some was share.
Yeah.
Ebia, one baby to me say, okay, hey, I had no sondodo.
Mm.
At that time, no him say, yeah, your friend had Domiabra, your friend how you.
Mm.
He's looking at the boundary.
Okay.
And he said, okay, I had no sondodo. My main tremu kakra.
Okay.
Into a trem Domiabra mu kakra. I won't say, yeah, na a bit hospital mu.
Okay.
Na hospital kakra
Okay.
kodimu.
Okay.
Into he's not looking at town or
Okay.
yeah.
But a share no.
A share, no,
Mm,
a
okay.
share. Then he also has the right by constitutional instrument, he has a right to provide for the measure of 2 or more regions. The way I owe the right to split a region or to create new regions. So he also has the right to merge 2 or more regions together. Ebiana Omampeni beba. I say, well, the 16 regions are too many. Now let's do it 4. North, south, east, and west. Obuwana obekeke bia bomuna. No, afi wasan chichemu biom na ye 4 regions. So Omampeni was to me, no. But so be sa de na obeye ne sen. The crime ben so no obeye no.
Okay.
So article 5 no. Clause 2 see if side between me. I'll say if the president upon a petition being presented to him and on the advice of the Council of State is satisfied that there is a substantial demand for the creation of a new region, for the alternation of the boundaries of a region, or for the measure of any 2 or more regions, then, and then also he shall, in accordance with the advice of the Council of State, appoint a commission of inquiry into the demand and to make recommendations on all the factors involved in the creation, alteration, or merger.
Okay.
Yes, say. So man penny betting to sign a moon we are. Number one, a be an I will say obi edit petition never. Nti ebi ana ya yewo ahi. Ebi ya yewo domiabra. Yesha ye honom sondodo. Ne say nti yesu se nema e wo se yenya ne sa. Ende ye ntro petition emfa nkomo man penny. Nti ebi let me use the regions. Ebi ana western region and now western north.
Okay.
I'm very sure say with the creation of western and western north, meaning say petition if western region because prior to that Nanka western region was very big.
Yeah.
Very, very big.
Yeah.
To the extent that if somebody was in Asankreguano and Enchinom Seshinom now was any panel eba region ebe ye bibia obetina kemu be near close to 10 hours and son of a region and son with me obey before you go back. So I'm sure I want to believe that there was some people who raised that petition and sent it to the president. Now I say petition be embassa. President no he consults with the Council of State.
Okay.
Oh, me penny for say na Western region for diabo mususu ho sen. Then say omutumi ejitumu say okay any omanpeni may set a commission of inquiry. Now bise mu no mu dwedwe mu no mu hu say asem ya de be ababi woma. So they will set a commission of inquiry to now go and inquire, to go even and go and inspect. Oh, Western region for say land mass nesondodo. How true is it? So they will go and survey and do their inquiries. Now, inquiries they bring their recommendations to the president and then the Council of State. And then the president will now act on it. Now, I'll say, if notwithstanding that a petition has not been presented to him, the president is, on the advice of the Council of State, satisfied that the need has arisen for taking any of the steps referred to in paragraphs A, B, C of clause 1 of this article, he may, acting in accordance with the advice of the Council of State, appoint a commission of inquiry to inquire into the need and to make recommendations on all the factors involved in the creation, alteration, and merger. Say impo obi amfa merger obi amfa petition number. Say impo obi amfa petition number. Na president na mu say onu so ye Ghana ni. Onu emu ehun say western region yi esondodo. Nti me ba me a me create bi aka ho a ana me a me chemu a. Eno no he has to still consult with the Council of State. Then he will proceed or they'll proceed to form a commission of inquiry. Now they'll do it. Until first, either through a petition or if not through a petition, the president has the right to he himself take that initiative. Now, I feel say where a commission of inquiry appointed under clause 2 or 3 of this article finds that there is the need and substantial demand for the creation, alteration, or merger referred to in either of those clauses, it shall recommend to the president that a referendum be held, specifying the issues to be determined by the referendum and the places where the referendum should be held. And you know, after say, I be the petition number, and now will be unfair petition number, na president Nank Sangsa, Ninyan what form a commission of inquiry, no more share, no more recommendation, abano. A fair no, president won't quite say, Obama yebeye referendum.
Right?
Yes. Yebeye referendum. Baby ye can 17. So Western region. Mona must say, and I might say, and I be a mere miss to say a hason dodo. And into ye be cheap. Mope and I mumpe. Into ye referendum. But what I say.
Referendum will a measure not doing. Okay.
Mope and I mumpe.
Yan cambo. Yan chim.
Yes. It's just two, mostly referendums. It's just two outcomes. Mepe. So, nti obeye saade no. Na referendum no so no beche baby a e wo say ye ono e beche baby a wo say ye referendum
no. Okay.
So since we are talking about Western region, yeah, say referendum ni ekoto sa aba no ewa Accra. Embassy ekoto sa aba no ewo baby fofo. No.
Okay.
You better sa aba no. And if you wait to me a cheche, okay, within Western region no mpo no, yeah, aba no you better be wa. You better be wa. You better be wa. You better be wa. Okay. Then clause 5 or say the president shall refer the recommendations to the Electoral Commission, and the referendum shall be held in a manner prescribed by the Electoral Commission.
Okay.
And you say I have a yaja to mu and our president who say also no referendum na Electoral Commission for you. Nti president be judge my Electoral Commission say monko conduct sa abatu eni enhwe ne beba. An issue referred for determination by referendum under clause 4 and 5 shall not be taken to be determined by the referendum unless 50% of the persons entitled to vote cast their votes at the referendum.
Okay.
And of the votes cast, at least 80% were cast in favor of that issue. And then no patch. Or say say yepese yeche Western region we can't it Western region yaja to say yepese yeche mu. Okay. Or they share Electoral Commission for answer. Electoral Commission na conduct a referendum. Referendum no and I'm running a chair and say Electoral Commission conduct a referendum no. Na eligible voters are Western region can't it Western region ni mun. Say yeah ye beto aba no. Yeah e was say to aba no. Say ye mu 50% yeah 50% e beto aba no a and the referendum will hold.
Okay.
Now fe ya to aba na ewie no. Nkrofo na ye to aba no. E will say 80% or more ejitum say ane yepe. Ansana sa inchichemu na bebem.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So the eligible people to vote, no, at least 50% of them should go and vote.
Okay.
Say omo asada no ye ba beto referendum no so omo ba ye so ba beto aba no. Omo do 50% of eligible voters in Western region. And that referendum no, it won't even hold.
Okay.
And ampo
out of the 50% to
and ampo out of that 50%, no, 80% of them should vote yes or in favor. If less than 80% votes in favor, if less than 80% votes in favor, then the issue the president will not go ahead to do the creation or the merger.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Afi or say where a referendum involves the merger of two or more regions, and the first one here creation of a new region, and altercation or altering the boundaries of a region. I know that you hear 50% and 80%.
Okay.
Now mom say ban say yeah merger. You know you can't just stand up and say a Western North Western me demu be boom na my back. No, you don't do that. We are in a democratic state. So I say where a referendum involves the merger of two or more regions, the issue shall not be taken to be determined unless at least 60% of the persons entitled to vote at the referendum in such region voted in favor of the merger of the two or more regions. And accordingly, clause 6 of this article shall not apply to the referendum. Or say the merger and ye can regions mienu ana mien sample ebomwa.
Okay.
And ye na a whole referendum na ye no. Ye hear 60% of eligible voters.
Okay.
In region A and region B. 60%. So less than 60% of eligible voters ebe vote here. Then issue no, it can't be determined.
Okay.
If Western region, mo pese money Western North, mo pese mo kambom ba kwa. And the Western region, yeah, yet to me to aba Western region in no. At least or hanchiche mu edusia ɛwɔ sɛ saa da no yɛkɔto aba
Okay.
saa nso na ɛyɛ western north nso no ɔha nkyekyɛmu aduosia ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo nso no
Okay.
saa da no ɔmo kɔto
Okay.
referendum no bi
Okay.
sɛ ɔmo mbɛkɔ akɔto aba na ɔmo ndu nkyekyɛmu aduosia ɛna saa referendum no ɛnyɛ adwuma
Oh, okay.
okay na afei no saa 80% in favor
Okay,
no so no
okay.
still
Will
applies
apply. Okay.
now clause 8 I'll say the president shall under clause 1 of this article clause 1 na man to me no
Sure.
say obetumi aye the president shall under clause 1 of this article and acting in accordance with the results of the referendum held under clauses 4 and 5 of this article issue a constitutional instrument giving effect or enabling effect to be given to the results.
Okay.
Already, clause 1 say to me so yeah.
Mm.
And as I say, yes, processes na fe ya to aba na wie ya referendum na wie. Ye hunu say western region for any western north for omu ino ma jipene say on pese ye kan mu bo. Aba ne sa no electoral commission all the results na be ma president ewie no. Now president be call parliament. Na wa issue a constitutional instrument giving effect say okay say no ye won kwan say ye to sa na mon way so it will give effect or enabling effect to be given to the result.
Okay.
You know that is the process omampani say obeche region bi mu ana say obehwa bi ho de aka bi de ho ana say obekeka ebi abom no this is the process omampani ntimi sorry ni to me so enka say mache Greater Accra into two.
Okay.
To say Ashanti region say I'm Ashanti na so pa. It's say omampani bi ba ana you will be raising petition say Ashanti region so dodo enti no ye pe say ye chemu a these are the processes.
Okay.
These are the processes.
Okay.
It will corner omo wo honum no through referendum no mo say omompa. Since they know the law so no if they know the law munim say you need 50% of eligible voters and sana sa referendum no ahodi substance no they won't come and vote.
Okay.
So that is what it means.
Okay. All right. So that is chapter 2 of the 1992 Constitution.
Yes.
Explained into details by Mr. Peter Ban, CEO of NCC Ahanta West. So it means that I did be a president ebeye ewo oman ni mu no onto me sorry say me your mampeni ntino me the region boom and I said me team so according to near constitution.
Yes.
And that is so interesting. Anyway, so that is by the way of chapter 2 into details by Mr. Peter Ban. Amanda, I think we've done justice to what indeed you have for us for today. But my main bisau out of all what Mr. Peter Ban has said, what will you add?
Okay. He has practically said everything, but let me just reinstate certain things here. And we've all come to the understanding that Ghana is one country and we are governed by our honorable constitution, which the president is not even excluded.
Sure.
He has to go by everything that is stated in there. He's even governed by that constitution. So it makes us understand that we are all part of one country, and these territories also make up Ghana. And to our understanding, all these regions were in existence even before 1992. So yeah, that's basically what the constitution is telling us. So if there should be any changes from our president, we should all understand that he didn't just get up and then he decided on his own to make all of those changes, but he went through the process and also even petitioned the people of that particular region, and they also voted to that change. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Ebo, one thing I want the viewers to also understand is that whatever decision, even for the recommendations and all, he still takes that with the Council of State.
Okay.
With the Council of State. Until the president didn't go to me and say, okay, Misusu say,
Okay.
Osusu Mpua, or the two Council of State, no, any. And that is why, even with the Council of State, we have reps from every region. Reps from every region. Pinning for any experts are on to me to or man penny effort.
Okay, all right. So that is that by way of creation, alteration, and merger of regions and processes. Indeed, first, there should be a petition to the president. The president, on the advice of Council of State, shall constitute Commission of Inquiry.
Yes.
The Commission of Inquiry will do their job. After that, they will send their recommendation to the president. And the president, after that, refers it to Electoral Commission to do what we call referendum, afafredom, and indeed, Sabano a share. We are looking at 50% of the people there, and the 50% of the people there, 80%,
50% of eligible
voters. One is a omoto aba.
Yes.
And out of the 50% of the eligible voters, 80% must vote in favor of it. If the result is less, that means that when it comes to merger of two regions, I think it's also the same process, but it must have 60% of eligible voters. And out of the 60% of the eligible voters, 80% must vote in favor. If it goes otherwise, then it means that indeed merger of the region, and at the end of the day, the government shall issue what we call a constitutional instrument to give effect or enable effect to be given to that referendum. And indeed, I've understand the constitution so simple, and I think you explained it so simple for me. And I want to thank you for your time and day in, day out, you're doing something to make things easier and simple for. If not for you today, I wouldn't have known what is in chapter 2 of the Constitution, and also in a very simple way and manner. So Constitution so we will encourage you to every week come and give us that education, and I think that it will help a lot, especially the people of Ahanta and viewers of West Coast TV. Minimal day, if you want to say something as by way of your final words, if you have something to say.
Okay. Lastly, I'll just say that all these mergers and boundary setting and everything also helps with our development. When he was speaking, he was saying that when Western region was very large, we didn't have our Western North. Someone from Enchi or Asankragua would come all the way to regional office, that is at Secondary Takrady, to do whatever they have to do and go back. And also that times that we didn't even hear certain towns at that far end, but because of these divisions or these newly created regions, we now know about certain towns and suburbs in these new regions. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Mr. Pa, your final words.
So at least by this teaching, no, yabeti asese omampeni on sorry ni to me so ya na bi musu say kai during the last government na afi yebe chemu into 16. People were thinking so omampeni onwana onwana odinepe aye bibi because of probably his interest in tea because so creating new regions now. They will
Winner
say
votes.
Ototo Niema, you be procure Niema. Now there were lots of comments. But now through the constitution, viewers should understand, say, even if president no na dream pompoa, it had to run through a process, go through a process, and the people had the final say in the referendum.
Exactly.
Someone so just like it goes on to buttress the point in Article 1 of the Constitution. Or chair and say, to meaning na dear what to meaning na wo maponi muni na no, it resides in the citizens of Ghana. Bibi biara ewo mu say the be adwuma na emfa nye adwuma ni na no, it resides in the citizens of Ghana. Inti mummy yensua de, especially the constitution. Usua like you said, it's simple enough. Usua obeti process na se na fe unse bibi say e background pa, you will know exactly how to go about it. Like I've said about the Ashanti region. We all know that the Ashanti region is big. As for that, nobody has a challenge with it. But we also all know how united the Ashantis are. And it may be very difficult. It may be very, very difficult if we are to go strictly by the provisions in chapter 2. It may be difficult because when you are going through the way now, you will need the people's consent. You will need to you need a referendum.
Sure.
And if they don't come to vote, it's moot. The idea is moot. So then we will know how to go about things.
All right. Then we know how to go about it. Then we can even make meaningful contributions to whatever is going on in the country or in a corner where you find yourself. Let me say thank you to Miss Amanda Kudafa. Akwe Mauneiras here. And also say thank you to Mr. Peter Ba for doing justice to Chapter 2 of the 1992 Constitution. And it's so simple, so please. He has also let us know that you can go to big shop and get a copy of the Constitution for yourself. Please get a copy for yourself. Or you go to any NCC office. If they have some in stock, you can get a copy from there. Or simple, go to Play Store, look for 1992 Constitution, download it, and start reading. Thank you so much, Mr. Peter Ba, and thank you all who watched our show this morning. We want to thank you for your contribution as well. Let me also thank my production team for a good job done today. Earlier on, we had Joseph Ando on our show. And we also had Empress, Miss Jemima, and also on our show. I want to thank them for their time. And also thank you for staying with us and watching, bringing your comment. Mommy Lily, Jima, won't share me. Actually, I cover Jima Lily, you're there. And Makaka, Jima Lily, Greater Grace, Yababa, or Mokaka, more team. Greater Grace, the child is safe with us. It's a school that I will recommend for you to send your child to. Your Agnada Ambrosia restaurant, a mother canela, Yene Anzi, Mentifola, Fako Akene. Mommy, Lady Mount Chamber for me, Emmanuel Kofi Yeboa. I call on the Zuko was for me, Nana Kofi, more I say. Mahala, bye bye.